Hello, Stone Path.
結構大きいな。すごい。これは遺跡？随分と古いもののようだ。なあ、これが何か知ってる？
It's a shrine of an old ruin.
いや、こんなものがあるなんて聞いたこともない。神社のすぐ裏だし、いくら禁足地とはいえ、誰かから話の一つでも聞いていてもおかしくない。おかしくないはずだが。ミユのやつ、もしかしてこの中に入ったのか？
いくらなんでもこんなところに女の子が入ったりは。
いや、あいつのことだ。きっとこの中に入ったんだろう。
Yeah, she did seem like one of those.
それに先だって入っちゃう。
Does whatever, doesn't care.
面白そうとか言って。
確かに。
ミュウ。あ、だから勝手なことは。そんなこと言ってる場合じゃない。早くサキたちを見つけてあげないと。それにカイトを一人で行かせてはぐれたら大変だ。それもそうだな。
Damn straight, it's true. It's what I chose.
僕らも行こう。おーい、サキ、リョウ。
いたら返事をして。
ああ、いたいた。あ、
急いで行くから心配したわ。
ああ、すまない。あれは。壁一面に絵が。これはすごいな。ああ、すげえな。なんつうか圧倒されちまうな。
ええ、なんというかとても神聖な感じがするわ。
It wasn't danger or retribution that caused people to close off this area. It might have been trying to protect this sacred place.
おい、そんなにあっけに取られてるんじゃねえよ。俺らの目的は違うだろう。ああ、そうだったそうだった。ごめんな、つい。
He's right. You have to. We have better things to do right now. Huh? I hear footsteps by the entrance. Could it be the others? You don't seem to be a child. Old man?
君たちは。あ、どうも。誰？
Who's that?
そう。
君たち、ここは入ったらダメな場所だぞ。何をしているんだ？
あ、そういうあんたこそ、こんなとこで何してんだ？
ん？ああ、心配しないでくれ。怪しいものじゃない。私はこの地域に伝わる獣神信仰を研究しているものだ。この祠は獣神信仰にゆかりのある場所でね、許可を得て調査をしていたところだったんだよ。
研究調査？もしかして学者さんですか？
ああ、専攻は日本古代史で、この近くの大学で日本史学研究の教鞭を取らせてもらう。
Yeah, university searching.
じゃあ教授さんなんですか？
私なぞ学会では異端視されていてね。いや、君たちにこぼすような話でもないか。
So this place is valuable enough to be worth researching, huh?
それで君たちはこんなところに何をしに来たんだい？
ああ、それなんですが。
Well, you see,
俺は他のとこ探してくるわ。
some dumbasses ran into this cave and then decided to disappear.
あ、こら！修二さん。とりあえず好きにやらせときましょう。
Why Kaito's feeling restless, but I'm really curious about this place. No idea if Saki and the others came here, but let's look around for some clues. Cluedy clues. Cluedy clues. The vine. Pull the vine. Professor? Have you all come here to study Kimonogami as well? Yes, we're on a school trip. But we actually came to look for some missing people, our friends and that guy's sisters. Sisters. Why am I adding an S? Yeah, he came to look for her. And this is the Kinigami Shrine. I hope she hasn't been spirited away. Spirited away? Like the movie? We're not about to see pig people, are we? Yeah, there's a legend about the Kimonogami passed down since ancient times, but it's more than a legend. The stories are true. The stories are true, you see. My tongue is trying to die, I see. True, you say? Indeed, it was once custom to offer up local children to the beast gods as sacrifices. Awful. It was a desperate measure to ensure the harvest, or perhaps to prevent disasters. Yet these children did not die. Supposedly they were taken somewhere unharmed. So that's what you mean by spirited away. Like the movie. Spirited Away. Yes, but the custom was lost to the ages, and this angered the ancient Kimonogami. Over time, such abductions were no longer a ritual sacrifice, but a curse or retribution. Many legends regarding such incidents have been passed down in this region. I place no faith in fairy tales, of course. There must be a scientific explanation. For some reason, for the continuous disappearances since ancient times, I'm sure of it. I view this as a superstition or a mental block designed to escape from reality. He seems pretty worked up somehow. Is he mad or upset? Maybe? Maybe he just needs some fuck. I knew you came looking for your friends, but I'm glad you could see these legendary ruins. Interest in historical origins is a wonderful thing indeed. I support it wholeheartedly. Thank you, sir. Take a good look at this. Who knows? It may end up being of use to you all. I want to touch this thing. It looks important. I want to touch it. But I gotta look at the walls. Discovery of these minerals has led to rapid development of this region in recent times. A sudden population boom would naturally increase the number of missing persons. Dwindling resources, depopulation, likely absconding in the night from such troubles. I suspect the recent landslides are a result of unchecked development since the Showa era. Unraveling the issue piece by piece allows for logical explanation of the legend. At least that's what I think. Yes, learning from the past can help us in the present. Wow, thank you so much, Professor. What a wonderful and unexpected lesson we've learned here today. Yeah, muchas gracias, Prof. Hey now, show some respect. Can't touch the thing. I can't touch the thing yet. Yeah, Japanese-based games, they rely more heavily into tropes, but a lot of things in games, especially like this, kind of do. They trope up characters to help build shit. But, you know, I'm also used to it just because I watched all the original. I watched every season of Digimon besides what's currently airing, so I'm just used to this random characterization of people. So I find it normal, but yeah, that is something that is happening. And tropes and not so much stereotypes. Besides, well, okay, maybe a few stereotypes depending on build of people, but yeah. And I know everyone falls under a trope, but yeah, Japanese games or more general games like this, people fall into tropes more wholeheartedly than in a lot of other media, where it's kind of like this is this trope, but then they also have some other random characteristics that don't follow it, or it could be a right. No, I didn't take it as that, because I understand that it's very noticeable for Digimon as a franchise. They go pretty wholeheartedly into the trope to be able to either go through characterization flip through the story, or just to be able to help out balance out other characters' attributes. So yeah, it's a very common thing that like the Digimon franchise as a whole likes to do. I also didn't sound like a dick. Like, oh, no, this thing. It's like, I understand. I know that some people like and then also don't like super characterizations like this, because some people find it lazy. I find it fun and easy, and as long as you're able to make a good story out of it, I don't see the trouble. Spider lilies. I believe there's something in the minerals around here that makes people lose their way. Creatures of the Kemonogami faith have been altered somehow by the substance. See, that would make sense. I've already seen the wall. I want to touch it. Why won't you let me touch the thing that's obviously in the middle of the room? Oh, yeah. I haven't really watched Star Trek, but yeah, some of theirs is pretty generalized as well. But, and like I said, like, honestly, it really doesn't matter about that as long as you're able to make a comprehensive and cohesive story that makes sense and doesn't either ruin the story or the characters by keeping or changing them throughout, or at least having their experiences affect them going forward. It's good. Like, you know, it's technically not a bad thing unless you're completely relying on those characterizations. Like some shows, like a lot of kid shows, especially nowadays, fall heavily into that category, and it's like I can't watch them no more. Very true. Different perspectives, and then also gives more general things for people to connect to, so that way they can connect with a character, which is great. These drawings, there's some kind of text. There's all sort of stuff on this crazy wall painting. Have you ever seen anything like it? Something's written here. Maybe I can read it. Nope, not a word. This is just conjecture based on my investigations, but I think it says Agumon. As my research progressed, I learned that each of the Kemonogami have their own names. Is that so? So there must be a bunch of those things running around. One of the things that Star Wars prequels that didn't use tropes and ended up with a bunch of characters that had no characteristics. Yeah, kind of. Or at the very least, they were just barely a character. Like, they had a couple of things tacked to them. Like, Jedi reserved. There you go. Yeah, but I definitely see what you're talking about, though.
さっきの神社の方だ。おい、行ってみようぜ。なんだこの霧。
Oh no, fog.
確かに。さっきまではこんなじゃなかったのに。これうかつに飛び出したら、俺たちまで本当に迷子になっちまうぞ。
Oh, yeah. Yeah, basically as long as you're able to tell motives and their general being, it's usually a good way that you know that it's a solid character. And that you don't, don't need to name drop so to say. Bad boy with a light side.
それよりサキさんはさっきの悲鳴って一体。
Girl who likes Sandy Boy. Cause Sandy Boy, light but kind of bad.
何？
何かに襲われてるの？
痴漢とか？
こんな山の中にいるわけないでしょ。
イノシシか何か。うん。なんかうごめいてるぞ。おい。なんか今光らなかった？さ
あ、声のする方に行ってみます。
見間違いじゃないのか。この霧でよく見えないよ。それにしても、なんだこの霧。
私も気になるけど。 今はサキさんの悲鳴が先よ。
Alright, yeah, I'll try to keep that in mind. Because, because some of my favorite videos are like, such and such explained in like blank so minutes. And it's like 5 or 10 minutes. Because everything's just really condensed and really, really condensed to the core factor of what it is. And sometimes it's, at the core, it's just a wacky and stupid saying.
おい、サキ、ヨウ、大丈夫か？待って、何かいる。 なんだあれ、石像？
I know what that is. That's a Gatsumon.
違う。動いてるぞこいつ。なんだって。そんなバカな。またあの音だ。この変なやつが出していたのか。 こっち来んだ。
あれは何なの？
おい、どうした？さっき悲鳴が聞こえたが、ミエ、そこにいたのか。
え？お兄ちゃんがなんで？待っててサキさん、今助けるから。葵ちゃんなの？待って、こっち来ちゃダメ。
早く助けろよ。
変なのがこっちに。
どうします？
来ちゃダメって言われても放っておけるわけないでしょ。
Stop screaming at me.
何やってんだ。早くしろよ。
あれは獣神。まさかそんなこと。
Professor, you followed us from the Shine? I have to save those guys from the monster.
まずは話しかけてみよう。そうだよ。子供が何か被ってふざけてるんだろ。おい君。待てよ修二さん。子供の体重でそんなに足が地面にめり込むわけねえだろ。修二さん危ない。
たくまくん。
なんだこいつ。かつてこれほ い力だ。大丈夫か。すまない。君に救われた。危ねえ、逃げるぞ。
Crazy situation we've gotten into. Why the heck is this happening?
葵さん。やめろ。葵さんに手を出すな。
Can't let her hit or hurt her. I'm just going to die instead.
なんてバカ力だ。あんなのに突進されてよく怪我しないで済んだな。そうだ。みんな大丈夫か。大丈夫かタクマ。
ごめんなさい。私のせいで。
Everyone seems to be okay somehow. Fog has covered the entire area. There's red spider lilies at my feet. So creepy.
おいみんな。
Hello?
いつの間にか囲まれている。まずい。だんだん近づなんだ。フラフラする。
Or is it? Maybe it's Maybelline.
こんな時に地震。
やべえぞ。それに霧も濃くなってきた。みんな大丈夫か。みんな気をつけるんだ。むやみに動いたら危んの。うわシュンさん。
Oh. Well. I plunged into a gaping hole that seemed to pull me in. Kinky. I couldn't even tell what was happening to everyone else. Unchecked development, recent landslides. The professor's words are coming back to me. That has nothing to do with anything that we were just talking about. Oh, we're getting an intro sequence. That was just the prologue? Labramon. Lopmon. Floramon. Kunamon. Drakmon. Siakamon. And you don't get shit, Professor. I will say this art is so good. I've been wanting to say that for a while, but I've been stuck in the weeds of going through this. The art is so good, and I'm really interested. And I know this has just been the prologue, obviously, since we just got the anime intro sequence into the main part of the episode. But yeah, jeez.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe.